Today I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on how to draw a oddly shaped rail and extrude it so that it doesn't twist when you are either sweeping it along a helix um, or any kind of profile really that's not round, that has a tendency when you sweep it to want to kind of twist, and the shape will become distorted. So I'm going to show you how to prevent that. This was just a stair that a client sent to me, and he was having some problems getting this rail to work. And so I thought I'd make a quick video on it. So I just copied these same treads over here just so we don't have to have a whole other model in our model while we're working. So the first thing you want to do is you want to find out what your radius is, or wherever you want the center of your railing to be. So in this case, we're just going to use the outside edge of the tread for ease. But if you had a handrail that was here, you know, you'd want if it was, let's just say it was 1 inch in, you'd want a radius of 57, if that makes sense. But for the sake of this, we're just going to go to the outside edge so you can see. So the very first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to draw a helix. And you want to make sure that you start your helix where you would want your handrail to start, if that makes sense. That's really the only thing that you need to make sure of when you're doing this. So it's just asking me to specify the top radius or the diameter and the bottom radius or the diameter. Now, those don't really matter because you can change those in the properties later. Even if, let's say, I decided that I didn't want my rail to be to the outside edge, I could come here to the properties and say that I want the base radius to be 1 inch in. So I'm going to go 57, and the top radius, obviously I want the same, we'll say 57. And then now you can see that that is 1 inch in. You can also see that this is going counterclockwise, which is the opposite of how our treads are. So we can change that in the properties as well. Now this is the part where we have to use what we call our weight calculator or our spiral calculator in order to get our helix to what we want. So I'm going to go weight calculator. And this specific spiral had 16 treads around. The rise was 134.125. So this would be my helix turns. So let me see if I can do this. It's probably not going to do it on both my screens, but so right here where it says turns and it says currently 3, oops, that's not what I wanted. You would want to put this 0.882353. So we're gonna go 0.882353, and we're gonna hit enter. And obviously this is not the height we want, so now we play with the height. So it's currently at 152. So let's try 118. And then that looks pretty dang close. Now you don't want it to be intersecting the tread, but you want it to be just right at the nose or right above the nose, because again, this is going to become your top rail. So the closer you can get that without it going through the treads, it's going to give you a better result. It's going to be more accurate. Okay, so now we have our helix. I'm going to move this out of the way here. So now what do we do? Well, we have to align our UCS with where we want our rail to start, which would be here, right? So let's see what it's doing right now. So you can see when I draw a rectangle, that is not the view we want. So how do we align our UCS? So on mine, I can hit 5 and select an object to align my UCS. But if you don't have that, which you probably don't, but in our company we do. So you can type in UCS, and it's going to ask you to reassign the UCS origin. So we're going to put it we're going to put it right here. It doesn't really matter as long as it's along this plane. So I'm going to put my X this way. I'm going to put oops, I don't think that's what I wanted. I think I wanted my Z to go back, yeah. So I'm going to do that one more time. I want my X here. Gosh dang it, why can't I get it? I want my X to go this way. It's not working. It's giving me fits, isn't it? Okay. What is happening? Here I am trying to teach and it is not working. Okay, there we go. That's what I want. So when I draw a rectangle, you can see that now it's drawing it as the same plane as the front of where I want my rail to start, or in this case, the front of the tread. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to just draw a rectangle. And we're going to go, let's just go 2.5 by 1.5. Okay, so this is where the magic happens. So I'm going to take my helix. And just another note is normally when I am drawing a curved stair, I will put my helix on its own separate layer. So you can see here. So I have my helix on its own separate layer. So that way when I am finished with this model, if I ever have to change anything, I don't have to draw this helix all over again, because again, I can just come back here and I can still change all these parameters, and then it gives you a brand new helix without having to do anything else. Okay, so I'm going to copy this helix straight up and I'm going to go 37. And you go whatever height you would need your rail, and I'm going to move this rail there, and I'm going to align, this is going to sound backwards, but I'm going to align the bottom of this rail with the helix, not the top like you would think, but the bottom. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to type in the command sweep. You're going to select what object you want to sweep. So then you're going to come down here to where it says alignment, or type in A, and you're going to hit no. Then, before you do anything else, you're going to type in B for base point, or you can click this as well. And now you're going to select that point where those two are meeting. Okay, now it wants you to select the sweep or the path. Or sorry, it wants you to select the sweep path. So you're going to select your helix. And what that's going to do is that is going to keep your rail nice and flat and not twisted, not distorted or skewed in any way. And a good way to check this is, I'm going to have to pull this out a little longer because I didn't draw mine quite long enough. But a good way to check this is if you can take this rail and copy it straight up, and I'm just eyeballing it here. But if you can copy that rail straight up and it provides a seamless transition between where you started and where your rail that you had extruded originally ended, that's how you know your rail's not skewed. It's going to be perfect. So I'm going to do it with another shape really quick just so you can see how easy this is with, let's just say, if you had like a molded rail, any type of wood rail. see. Make sure my UCS is good. Okay, and then I'm gonna paste this. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to rotate that vertically or not, but we're gonna try it without it first, and then we will see. We'll see if it goes. I'm not sure. Oh, please don't freeze. Yeah, I think I might have to rotate it vertically. Oh, that was not vertical, was it? Oh, that's why, because my UCS is all messed up. I don't know why my UPS is being so finicky today. Okay. Okay, so I don't know why my UCS was messed up, but you can see it pasted upside down, so then I just mirrored it. So you can see it's still along the same plane as this, as where I want to start my rail. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put the bottom of this here, and then I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to type in sweep, select the object I want to sweep, A for alignment, I don't want it aligned, B for base point, select here, select your helix, and then you can see that it's nice and unskewed. Perfect top rail, literally 10 seconds from the time I started, from the time I got it pasted in the right way to the time I have a fully extruded wood top rail. Yeah, so I hope this helps, and thanks for watching.